Event Ensemble Spotlight with Laurie Dickman of Laurie's Bridal. And, I get all excited because you're actually my first, so be gentle. Um,
That's
you,
what you say to all the women.
See, I can tell we are both really in trouble. You are my first that is actually at their store. You're at your store, are you not?
Does that look like my store?
Well, I don't know. I'm looking at the
I'm
pictures and I'm
not. I'm
thinking,
not. Let's
oh,
pretend I'm at my store.
okay. So, but then let's talk about that because obviously there's something going on. Normally, at this time, you would be in your store and the doors would be open and it would be business as usual. And couples would come, well, probably not couples, but brides would come in, or anybody that wants to wear a dress, right, would come
Yep.
in.
Yep.
Okay, but you're not there. So is it appointment only?
Due to COVID, yes, that's been a little bit of a change. Strictly by appointment only. People know me. Oh, come on in anytime. You need a dress, come on over. But I am by appointment only. I did schedule my morning for EE this morning and knew I wasn't going to be able to make it to the store by 11. I do have a noon appointment, which is not a problem. But yeah, it's been
Did you just say you
interesting.
have a nooner?
I do. I have a nooner. Just
All right. So you could tell we're friends, and you can tell that we've let our hair down, and we are just going to have a good time talking about Laurie's Bridal. So you have a 12 o'clock. Everything's by schedule.
Yep. Yep.
What else is different for people who are looking for dresses now?
So I really, it's always been just me. And then prior to the pandemic, I was getting ready to bring on someone else to have some help. And then COVID hit, and I went, I think I'll wait. So now my brides are paying for appointments. I do charge. I have a standard of bridal appointment, and then I have a peak holiday appointment fee, and then I have a VIB bridal experience. But I kind of held off on that just for a little bit because of
Okay, is
COVID.
that VIP as in Paul or
No,
B as in bride?
it's a very important bride.
I love that. That is so smart. And so they get the
So
royal treatment, right? Are you breaking out the champagne?
No, I don't have a liquor license. It is against the law for us to serve alcohol if we do not have a liquor license.
So there's no
But I
BYOB?
no, not allowed.
Okay. All right.
Mm-mm.
All right. It's probably
No,
not good for the dresses.
but I do work with other EE members and small vendors to provide sips and treats and snacks, and I try and help
Ah.
promote them in exchange for providing a little bit of non-alcoholic sips and treats.
All right.
So
Fair enough. And do you still have that jewelry option as well? Is she still with you?
No, I have brought in my own collection of jewelry,
Oh,
which is
excellent.
phenomenal, priced wonderfully. So a lot of brides are taking advantage of that. They don't want to buy online because they can't see the quality and they don't want to overpay for something that they don't need to. So I do have jewelry as well.
Excellent. So we schedule an appointment,
Hmm.
right? And there's a fee for the appointment, yes?
Correct.
And if they purchase something,
So don't finish that.
well, you know where I'm going, so I wanted to
my
ask.
my standard bridal appointments and my
Hmm.
peak holiday appointments, if they pay for their appointment obviously and they purchase on that first visit only, I will deduct it off of the fee of their purchase on the same day
See?
only. My
Okay, that's
$100
great.
VIBs, they pay $100 and it's a flat fee and they get 2 hours. And then the guest count right now will change because I held off on doing that. I don't want, 6 to 8 people in my store at once. So,
So when
um,
when you schedule appointments, it's really just that bride.
yeah. Oh, yeah. It has to be.
Okay. But what if she has bridesmaids who want, see, dresses as well?
That's a separate appointment. I really, really believe that, I'm here to provide an amazing experience for your brides. That's it. It is really hard for a bride to concentrate on herself and then switch hats and go think about bridesmaids. I want her to relish in this experience. It doesn't matter what she's paying for the appointment, it's all about her. And that's what it should be. So, next appointment, we'll book it before she leaves. Let's get your bridal party in small groups, of course. And then we could take care of mom as well.
Okay. So small groups, groom's not there.
Nah. No, I
Okay.
get dads though. I get dads.
You get to hold on.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Okay.
No, they don't do that. I look at them and I go, "Are you gonna ball?" And he's like, "No." And then the bride comes out and she's in a dress and he's like this. I go, "I
Mhm.
know you want to."
And you have a box of tissue. That's part of the
I
VIP
do.
treatment.
I do. They all get a box of tissues out front.
That's funny. Yeah. Okay. And then maybe the maid of honor.
I'm
Maid
sorry?
of honor. Maid of honor.
Yeah.
Also part of that small entourage.
It depends. I really try and encourage them to just bring 2 to 3 really important opinions. It's a lot. It's emotional. To come with a big entourage anyway is probably never a good idea because somebody's going to have something to say and it's not going to be what the bride wants to hear.
It's too low. It's too
Mm-mm.
high. It's too
I don't like
sensual. It's
it.
okay. All right.
Oh, I
I was
love
going
that.
the other way.
No,
Just
no. Oh,
just a simple
no.
I don't like it is enough.
Mhm. Keep it small. A lot of brides, I totally respect needing to shop around. I'm not the store to come and play dress up at. I'm not, I don't have 300 dresses. I have about 100 amazing quality, affordable gowns. And
It is
I,
curated versus
specifically.
right, but that
Yep.
makes a big difference.
It really does. I was saying it's a very overwhelming experience. And a lot of times the brides, I vet my brides. I don't just collect their payment and book an appointment. I really want to make sure I'm a good match and I have what they're looking for. Otherwise, I don't want to waste their time or mine.
Right.
So, they send me pictures and we talk. And, I tell them, I am the store you come to when you are ready to buy.
Hmm.
Don't come and play dress up. That's not, you know, I, I get it, and there's a time and a place for a big box store, but I provide your brides a private one-on-one experience, and it is my passion to help them find their dresses.
I'm getting goose pimples just thinking about it because it's so fun. Now, do they take pictures of themselves in the dress that they're considering?
I really try and convince them not to take pictures of every gown that they try on. Let's get it down to 1 or 2. A lot of times my brides will say yes. They come in and I would say I sell about 80% on that first visit. The 20% that I'm not selling, it's because either mom's not with them because she couldn't get here for obvious reasons, or, they're afraid to say yes at the first
Mhm.
stop, and that's okay. So pictures, get down to 1 or 2 if we need to snap a picture. But, these brides are so hard on themselves and how they look. And really, I'm clipping them in a dress that's way too big or way too small or whatever. It's
Mhm.
not fit to them. And I don't want them to be so critical of themselves in a gown that's not fitted for them, if that
Because
makes
the fit
sense.
will come later. It's more important about the cut
Right.
and the style.
Right. Yep.
Okay, well, so let's talk about the fit for a moment, and then we'll get into the style thing.
Hmm.
So this dress is like, oh, it makes me look fat, or it's too big, or I've got these clips on me. What happens? What's the procedure? I picked out this dress. This is the one I want. Now
Okay.
what? I
So
mean,
I take the,
how do I get it sized? Is that the right word?
how do I get it sized? Yep.
Fitted?
So, yeah, how do I get it fitted? It's all done in alterations. So, once they say yes, I take their measurements and then we look at that designer. Let me tell you, I tell every single bride, and most of my vendors know this is the first thing that I say to them: do not kill the messenger. These gowns run small.
Hmm.
It is just a number. If that's of concern to you, just like check it at the
I
door.
am no way a 9. I wear
Yeah.
a 3, right?
Well, and I say it respectfully. It is important that they understand. It is just a number. My job is to make sure that this gown is going to be as close to your body as possible. So every designer has a different size chart. So you could be a 10 in one and a 12 in another and an 8 in
Mm.
another, but usually it's going to be a range. You're not going to be an 8 in one and a 20 in another, and it's not going to work that way. But it's also important to know that these dresses are not specifically cut to your measurements, and there's a difference.
Okay, so I know nothing about the dress business, so forgive me for the
Hmm.
stupid
It's
questions,
okay.
if you will. Okay,
No
so
question is too stupid.
I was waiting for that. Make me feel good. So I come in, I try the dress on, and it obviously doesn't fit, but it's the cut that I want. We're going to talk
Mhm.
about cut in a moment, but it's the right dress. And I
Mhm.
say yes. Is that the actual dress I buy, or this is just the one I tried on, and now we're going to order a brand new one that has not been tried on by 6 other women, and
Yep.
this is the one that I'm going to. Oh, is that the way it works?
So no,
Oh,
so normally I don't sell my samples off the rack.
ah,
Normally. Because most bridal gowns typically take 5 to 7 months to come in. Some designers take a little bit longer. You could pay extra sometimes and get a rush. But if I sell my sample, it takes me 5 to 7 months to get that sample replaced. But after reopening, from COVID,
mhm.
I was selling samples off the rack because brides
Ah,
were moving up their wedding. Nobody missed a wedding from me for not having a dress, but just plans change. So if I
mhm,
have a bride that tells me she's getting married in March, which I've had plenty, and they need a gown, I'm not going to be like, sorry, I can't sell you, but I'm going to try and see what she wants and vet her and send me pictures. And if I need to sell something off the rack, I will. And I have done it plenty of times. But ultimately, you want to get that bride a brand new gown. It's closer in her size. But obviously, circumstances prevent that sometimes.
okay.
So,
All right. So that answers that question. It's actually great information because again, how many brides are going to buy more than one gown? Don't
I'm
get
not
me
going to answer
started.
that.
That's because you're in the business and you're smart. Nothing like a little repeat customer. So this is the dress. We've selected it. It's the right one. There's time because the wedding's in 22, right? Or
Hmm.
late 21. So you're going to
Hmm.
order. It's not going to be the sample off the rack. Then we're going to get it sized,
Altered,
altered,
fitted.
and fitted. How close to the wedding fitted?
So, again, in a normal world,
Because sometimes they're losing and sometimes
well,
pregnant
and
or
that's
gain.
That's really important. Let's touch on the alterations. Alterations, getting a gown fitted, change interchangeable terms, but typically 2 months before the wedding. I don't do in-house alterations, meaning I don't have an employee or seamstress as an employee, but I have a woman who comes to my store. I have a referral network. One of them's an EE member, one is not. It depends where they live and it depends what they need. So usually 2 months before the wedding. However, now, like my October weddings, October, November, December are like through the roof. And I know that those dresses that are going to start coming in May, June, July, they need to start then. If a bride's going to lose weight, which I hear it all the time. Oh, I'm going to drop 20 pounds. Or a bride doesn't want to go shopping until she loses the weight. That's
Mm,
bad, 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 bad. Every
mm,
single bridal consultant out there will say to her, love the way you look in the gown as you are when you purchase it. And if you lose the weight, great, a seamstress will take it in. But what happens if she doesn't lose the weight?
right.
I will never, I will never, ever, ever order a size down or two unless there is an extreme circumstance.
So what I'm hearing is you can take a larger dress and make it smaller, but you can't have a
Nope.
smaller dress and make it bigger, right?
30 years ago when I started, there used to be like, a couple inches on each
Hold
side.
on, hold on.
30, 30,
You've been
30
doing this
years,
shtick for 30 years.
just about.
Did
I
you?
think I'm like
Was this
six
like a
months
family
shy.
thing you started when you were 10 or 5?
30 years.
Wow. So you've seen styles come and go. You probably remember those real puffy sleeves with the shoulder pads.
And the headbands that go
Right,
like
right,
this,
right, right.
the
Thank.
V's. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yep. But yeah, you can't, you used to be able to have a lot of fabric inside and we can let it out and no big deal. And now you just can't do it. So, and my biggest fear is a gown coming in and not fitting. Now, I can't help a bride if they put on weight. I take measurements.
Hmm.
So if you're going to come back in 7 months and the bride's going to say, well, I didn't put on any weight. Okay, great. Let's take your measurements and we'll see.
Hmm. Right. And,
So
and 10 inches here is 12 inches now, and there you
yeah.
go.
But
Fair enough.
again, it's all in their best interest. Like everything that I do is in their best interest, you know?
Okay, so let's talk about the cut.
Okay.
What's and again, we've already talked about timely because we remember the thing and the things and all this stuff. What is currently trending for dresses?
I gotta tell you, I see everything. I think I'm gonna say I'm gonna reference a Netflix show, Bridgerton. Have you seen it?
Mm-hmm.
I actually think that's not gonna be a huge, but I do think just like Meghan Markle and just like Kate Middleton, I do think there's going to be a little bit of a Bridgerton influence. I don't think it's going to happen right now because designers already have their collections out now. But I do think in another few months, I think you're going to see a little bit of Bridgerton influence there. That'll be interesting. But floral's really big. You know, I don't know. I got to be honest. I
Okay,
sell
hold on.
everything.
Floral. Do you mean
Floral.
is it decoupage?
No.
Okay, all right.
Appliques?
Appliques. Yes. Okay.
Decoupage you paint.
All right.
Yeah.
Listen, it's a guy thing. What do I know?
It's a guy thing. It's
Ask
okay.
me about my suit. You know,
without the tie, by the way.
Hey, I'm sporting the Miami Vice
I like
today.
it.
Thank you.
I like it. Appliques, you know, I have to be honest, it's really all about what these brides want.
What about beads?
Yeah, I'm telling you, there is no hot trend right now. You know, 5 years ago, 8 years ago, it was boho. Is boho still in? Yeah. But ask the bride. I say, what does boho mean to you? And what boho means to one is not what it means to the other. It's whatever this bride's vision is what's in style and what's on point.
Okay. Off the shoulders, on the shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's everything. I know you're looking for something, but here's what's really, really important. What's really important is not buying a bridal gown online and buying it from an actual business.
Wait, hold on. Is that a thing?
It is a little bit. You know, I have brides that come in and say, you know, oh, I'm thinking of buying my dress on such and such online. And I'm like, really? Okay, you do that. And then when it comes in and it looks like junk and it doesn't fit, then let me know. And if we have enough time, maybe I can help you. Okay. So don't buy gowns online, please.
So I have this story. It's a florist story, but it relates to what you're telling me about buying a dress online. And I think there might be some correlation, some similarity. Bride's walking down the aisle. She has her bouquet of flowers. Her dress looks stunning, but her flowers are literally, I mean, literally falling off her bouquet as if she was the flower girl as she's walking down the aisle. It's not so much wilted as it is just falling apart in her hand as she's walking down the aisle. And I'm thinking, you bought this dress online? I mean, is it going to like fall apart as you're walking down the aisle?
It could. It very well could. It very well could. And, you know, I also think there's a misconception that private bridal boutiques are super expensive. I'm not expensive. What do you think you're going to spend for a bridal gown? You know,
well, I have no idea. I'm not in the market.
So the national average for a bridal gown dollar amount is $1,400. That's national average. So
you can find some less and you can find some way more.
And that's exactly where I am. My dresses are typically priced between about $1,100 and $1,600. I go a little bit higher and a little bit lower. You know, it's comparable.
But you get all the service with that.
Right.
That you get none of.
Right. Right. I mean, I'm not mentioning any names, but, you know, there are big box stores and I hear good things and I hear bad things. And I have the utmost respect for my small businesses. And if I don't have something for them, which is unusual, I'll refer to a small business before I'm going to refer to a big box. And they do the same for me. I mean, you know, we all have our own little niche. And my niche is you get 30 years of experience for $25 and I'm going to find you your gown.
Such a deal, I tell you. Now, this material, it makes me itch. You're not going to know that online,
You know,
right?
no, and you're not going to have someone take your measurements so you can go buy a dress online. So how are you going to take your measurements and how are you going to know if they're the right measurements?
Right.
It's a secret.
Is there a secret to measuring my?
Yeah, there are. Because how you measure for a bra is not the same of how you measure for your bridal gown. So good luck.
Oh, well, there's a tip right there. I guess they need to go to Laurie's Bridal. Where are you
I,
located?
I am at Raintree and Northsight in the Northsight Crossing Shopping Center. I'm on the north end, lots of north, north, north. When in doubt, head north. But I am by appointment only, so I'm sure Scott's going to flash my information. But call, text, email, I'm always going to respond. I mean, there isn't. I'm not going to lie. I forgot once to email a customer back and it haunted me. And I remembered 2 days later, I went, oh, I'm so sorry. She's like, it's okay. You're human. I'm human. It is all me, but I promise you, you're going to have a heck of an experience. Your customers will have a heck of an experience at my store, and I'm going to find them a gown.
Okay. Well, you know what? This has been fun, but I have to ask, what is
Uh-oh.
your absolute best tip for selecting a dress for your wedding day?
Be true to who you are. Don't try and be someone you're not. Don't try and be someone that somebody wants you to be. Stay true to who you are because you don't want to look back at your pictures 25 years from now and go, oh my gosh, what was I thinking? And I say that to every single one of my brides.
That,
Every single one of my brides will tell you, yep, that's what Laurie said to me.
that's a great tip. So I don't
Hmm.
want to look like Meghan Markle, and I don't want to look like,
Right. Right.
whomever. I want to be
You
me.
need to look like you.
Exactly. By the way,
Yep.
I really rocked the runway in a dress.
Okay, now wait a second. He just said that on camera.
Yeah, and that's because we're friends and you know that I'm just
And
totally
we
silly.
go way back.
We go way back. Thank you so much, Laurie. Again, what a treat to speak with you and learn a little bit more about dresses for our couple's special day. And once again, I will include all your contact information in the chat notes
Great.
for Laurie's Bridal. Thank you.
Thank you.